Hey everybody, it's Liz Rabbit once again, here with...
And Jack sitting here.
So today I'm just going to be watching Jack play Super C, as you can tell by the screen, and probably the title of the video.
Yeah, well, we tried doing this with a 2-player, but that didn't exactly work out very well.
Yeah, I'm not very good. All I did was hinder his progress, and I could pretty much make it through this level.
Now, I'm trying to do this without using the 30 lives Konami code, and I'm trying to do this with no saves, no deaths, and not getting hit at all, which, of course, is no deaths. Which, if you're familiar with Contra, then you know that Contra is notorious for being hard.
It's pretty much an enemy sneezes on you or even pokes you when you die.
Yeah, as far as I know, there's only one enemy you can walk into in the entire game and it doesn't kill you, but that's not until the 5th level.
See, the only Contra that I've tried to play is 3, which is Alien Wars for the SNES, and Shadow Soldier, which is for the PS2.
Which, if you would like to see us do a video on any of the other Contra games, let us know and we'll make sure we get the stuff to do it.
Yeah, because to do those, it will take a specific capture card. We were lucky that the NES Classic is HDMI compatible, so it would actually work with our capture card.
Which, of course, this is what we're playing it on. We do have an original NES, but this is the NES Classic.
Which the NES Classic is okay, but I think there's some games that they could have had on there that were more popular. If you enjoy this, in this small retro series, we might go ahead and do a small showcase of some of the games that are on it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people that...
Oh, I almost got killed right there.
I'm sorry, breaking your concentration.
Yeah, that was close. Those guys are like random spawns when they come out of the side of the screen there.
Just gotta run in this building real quick. Like, there's no heal, there's no health bar, and I hate top-down view.
Yeah, I like how all the levels are really different from one another. And you'll notice, like, I'm really not even picking up any other gun. I've got the spreader, and I'm going to go with the spreader all the way until the very end of the game. Well, at least till I get to the last boss, and then I'm going to try to switch over to the flamethrower if I catch it.
Now see, if I was playing, this is about as far as I get, because there's always this one guy, that guy. Yep, he's dead now.
Just walks out of the bottom of the screen. Yep, whoa. Random chance, guy. Random chance. Never know when those guys are going to walk out of the bottom. The red guy, shoot. Whoop. That's close. Just keep going through.
The game most of the enemies in Contra seem to be static. They always stay in the same spot, but then you get the random, like, little one-shot enemies, the little soldier guys that they can appear at any time. Did you just pick up just another spreader?
Oh, no, it was supposed to... I think sometimes Konami is a troll against its players. Like, they like to give you an item that destroys all enemies on the screen when there's only one enemy or less on the screen. Like, later on the next level, they'll give me an invincibility when there are no enemies.
I mean, they do the same thing in Castlevania.
Now this guy, I've got to where I can kill this guy in like 4 seconds. Yep, he's dead. Just that fast.
Yeah, there's a section in, what is it, Super Castlevania 4, where they give you a kill all enemies on the screen, and there's
Literally
no enemies.
no enemies.
Yeah, there's no enemies.
I have to say something about it every time I get there.
Yeah, I wish we had the analog capture card so we can record that so everyone can meet some of the characters that we've just named in Super Castlevania. I'm gonna leave that a secret. Some of our friends know. We have a habit of naming our enemies. I mean, I'm sure they have names.
Mr. Tickles the skeleton.
Yes.
Which, it's an inside joke. I've always wondered who put these out here in, like, you know, the jungle like this. Just put some guns that pop up out of the ground. What if the enemy didn't go down this path?
You know what I just thought of? Like, when you were saying that, did you ever watch Swamp Thing, the animated series?
I vaguely remember it from when I was a kid.
The swamp crawler, his vehicle was up under the ground like that. The kids that helped him.
Oh, wow, you know, I forgot all about that.
The swamp crawler. I grew up watching a lot of Saturday morning cartoons with my brother. Just saying.
And somehow going underwater just, like, completely negates all damage.
Yeah, like Bill Reiser, this main character might as well be a combination of Dutch from Predator and Rambo. Why are they glitching behind you?
You know, because Nintendo could only hold so much. They could only do so many characters on the screen at one time.
I mean, he does kind of look like a tiny Rambo.
You can see it even physically slow down the game because there were so many.
The old days of lag. Just pixel glitch. Just as randomly placed log. This super secret high-tech base has a log as a bridge. And then this thing. Hey, what the heck is that?
I have no idea. I used to really enjoy this mini-boss when I was a kid because I played this game a lot when I was a child. But now he just seems kind of tedious to me for some reason. But then again, I have been playing this for 2 days straight trying to do it without dying.
A badly built base. And
Look,
badly
here we go.
pixelated earthquake.
Now I got my invincibility. Nothing can stop me. Yeah, I got my invincibility.
Okay, you turned into Mario there.
And invincibility over. I don't know how I would have got through there without it, man. Yep,
Go?
waiting. I was waiting on those weapons to go away. I don't want those.
So are these breakaways random?
No, they're not random. That should be the last one that falls all the way through.
I love how these soldiers
Now watch
just...
the ground just kind of like smooth itself out right there. I've always thought that was kind of
What
odd.
kind of boss is that?
I don't know, this boss looks really easy when I watch somebody else fight him, but actually trying to fight him is not quite as easy as it looks. Duh.
Now-
Just stand here and just... Okay.
Nowadays, these type of games I think are called bullet hell. These type of
Almost got hit right there. That was so close.
these type of bosses and stuff are called bullet hell games, and there's even games that are mocking them, such as I think it's called Gungeon, which I've actually thought about downloading on the Xbox One, called a Gungeon. However, back in the 90s and late 80s when these games came out, these games had their bullets had a special name for them.
Jellybeans.
They look like brightly colored jelly beans. So these were called Jellybean games.
Yeah, I always just referred to them as Jellybean games when I was a kid, especially like ones like Gradius, where you had a little ship, or Sylphid from PlayStation 2, which actually Sylphid's older than PlayStation 2. I think that was a remake. They were just Jellybean games.
Well, to me it kind of looks like your character's shooting bubbles at people.
Bubble games.
See, they're shooting little brightly colored jelly beans, and you got these bubbles. Whoever made that bridge was just a jackass, because every piece just exploded, and then it opens up into this.
I've always wondered about this facility. Who builds a facility like this? Where, like, you have to jump through the center of it? Or why didn't the character I'm playing as actually, like, take the stairway to go to the top? You know, like, there's got to be an elevator in here somewhere or something.
I mean, these guys have no trouble. They just glide down in their Hulkman suits.
But, I mean, I guess Contra Guy would take the absolute possible hardest way through a facility. He's Contra Guy.
Well, you know this section, what this section reminds me of? Sonic Spinball, to be honest.
You know, I never was the biggest fan of the Sonic games. I know that probably sounds like blasphemy to some people, but sorry.
I played a lot of Sonic Spinball. I didn't have very many games for the Sega Genesis. Sonic Spinball was about the only one I had for a long time.
I liked Sonic when it first came out, when Sega itself first came out when I was a kid, but I just don't feel as though it aged well, and we're not even going to talk about that Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Well,
That's atrocious
it's these little circle things you just shot. They remind me of the Sonic Spinball level. The first level that had these weird, I want to say weird eel things sticking out of the wall. It's been a long time since I played Sonic Spinball, though.
I never really played Sonic Spinball.
I'd always get to the water level and then I freaking died. I played more Mario than I did Sonic.
Like, how much training do these guys go through? They, like, come out of a hallway, raise their arms, and they jump down to the next level.
Who puts these turrets this way? They're just on a little pole. And more of these things. But yeah, I never really played much Sonic. I played more Mario than Sonic because my daycare had a Nintendo. However, I know this is gonna sound bad, but I'm not a fan of either one. I mean, I love Yoshi, and Mario games are fun, but I've just never been the biggest fan of any of them. I've only ever played one Zelda game, and that's for my Game Boy, and that's about it. I guess as far as popular games go, the only ones I really cared for were Pokemon.
Pokemon games are fun.
Well,
They are.
Well,
They do have a certain charm and appeal to them.
but it's like an RPG. I mean, it's a role-playing game.
Okay. I didn't mean for that guy to jump down and chase me.
Would Pokemon be considered an RPG?
I guess.
I mean, you're playing the part of a trainer, right? On an adventure,
Now, there's a very important thing about this boss. This boss, you always want to break the middle cylinders, I guess I would call them. You never want to break the outside edge ones. Breaking the outside edge ones is certain death. It will push you towards the edge of the screen. You always want to do these last two, or these two last, I mean. Makes it look extremely simple. It's a lot easier than what that looked.
You know
I mean, it's a lot harder than what it looked.
You know what that boss reminded me of? Like, there's so many things in this game that just remind me of other things. The giant magnet from Brave Little Toaster in the junkyard. The end.
The evil magnet?
Yeah, the evil freaking magnet. That's a dark scene. Just saying, that is a freaking dark scene in Brave Little Toaster.
Now, this level has always bugged me. It reminds me a lot, if you've ever played the very first Contra, Stage 3 in the first Contra is just like this, except it's got a giant waterfall in the background. I always found this to be one of the hardest levels.
Isn't there a level in, like, Jurassic Park for Sega that's kind of like this?
Oh, man, you know, it's been a long time since I played that game.
That game's hard.
I can't really... Oh, yeah, it's probably the sewer level with the raptor.
I just remember a level looking like this, but I think I'm thinking of one that has Dr. Grant in the motorboat. Instead of grass, it's like water.
Yeah, well, the difference is you're going down the map, I think.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think it's the same. I think the game engines back then, I mean, you had a limited selection.
Yeah, we really need to get an analog capture card so we can play some of these older games from Sega and Super Nintendo.
Yeah, because older games were so much more difficult. Like, other than some of the Mario games and, like, Zelda and stuff, there wasn't a whole lot of options to save. And
now, I believe that I can save while I'm playing this, but I'm not even going to try. I don't like, if I could, I don't like the fact that I would be able to, because on the original Nintendo, there was no save in the middle of Contra. If you wanted to beat the game, you picked it up and you played it all the way to the end in one sitting, which is what I've been trying to do.
Ah! Who put those there?
That is the only enemy I know of that I can walk through without getting hit, is that gray turret. And there's one more gray turret that comes up out of the ground right there.
Who built this
Those are
place?
the only two enemies that I know that I can touch and not die.
Who built this place? You were just climbing up some weird mountain slopes, and then you're on what look like cargo things, and then whatever the hell this is.
I don't even know what this is, but this is one of these bosses that, like, if you do not kill it as fast as you can, it will start to get out of control, because he has another attack where he starts slamming into the ground.
Why was he shooting out lost souls from Doom?
Might as well have been.
I mean, they're chattering little skulls. But
yeah, I'm just gonna, walk right into this weird-looking alien cave here, all by myself, no backup.
I'm sorry, I suck at this game. You would not make it this far with me.
Now, this level in particular has been the bane of my existence the last 2 days while trying to do this without dying. There is a spot right here that I hate. I'm just gonna pick a side, and I'm just gonna haul ass across and hope for the best.
Yeah,
and that's what I do.
Yeah, haul ass across, because...
Oh, that was so close. He almost opened up right on me.
Okay, and... Yeah, also, this game has no sprint. Your character is moving literally at the only speed it has.
Alright, and then this next spot coming up right here has been also part of the bane of my existence over the last 2 days. There's just so many of them to shoot and keep up with.
The things that are along the things that are lining the sides of the wall, the faces kind of look like the space jockey from Prometheus.
Oh my goodness, you know what? You're right. I've never even had time to look at that while I was playing this game. I've always just been so focused on killing whatever those are. Alright.
Shoot this door.
The rest of the game is not too hard from here on out. Or not as hard as some of the rest of the stuff. All the hardest stuff is now behind me. Oh, I almost stood in the wrong spot. I almost stood in the wrong spot.
Okay, that thing had like 6 eyes and 6 mouths and... alright.
And this weird looking... Reminds me almost of the Predator. Just with a different kind of mouth.
Well,
like a mix between Predator...
that's some great pixelation there. Look, oh, okay. Spy Centipede.
Or what was that X-Men villain? Malbolgia? No?
Yeah, I think it is Malbolgia.
Is it?
No, Malbolgia is from Spawn.
Yeah, that's from Spawn. Yeah, you're right.
I know
you know
who
who I'm
you're
talking about,
yeah,
though,
I know who
right?
you're
I
talking
can't.
about.
If anybody knows who we're talking about, even though nobody watches us, leave the name of that character in the bottom.
I think their name is Mojo.
Speaking of which, if you're watching this right now and you're liking this content, please take the time to hit that thumbs up and subscribe.
His name is Mojo. He's stuck in a chair thing and he has all these wires hooked to him.
Mojo. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is his name. Okay.
I was gonna say I used to have a card of him.
Alright, this level's not so bad. We're just headed down, killing these little purple things.
What is that?
I have no idea.
I love how most of the enemies just run at you, but where are you?
I see, I've always wondered what these guys are. See, these guys that are running out of the edge now, they're different than the guys previously. I wonder if that's what they start to turn into, or if these are new ones that grow into those guys.
Well, I mean, this is just
because by the next level, they're going to change even more drastically and almost look like Xenomorphs.
Well, I mean, this is a predecessor to Alien Wars, which is the third one that's just on Super Nintendo, and like, I guess these are like the precursors to that Alien War. And then Shattered Soldier, I think, is the unofficial fourth game?
I believe so. Well, there is another one on Sega called Contra Core. Or Contra Hardcore, that's what it's called.
Shoot the eggs!
Weird looking xenomorph eggs.
I love how your character just flips and flops in this one space, just spinning. Don't play Sonic, but just spun across the lake. Yeah, they pop out little chest bursters.
Yep, that's what it looks like. Not chest bursters,
face huggers.
Face huggers. What are they called? Overmorphs?
Yeah, when they pop from the egg, they're overmorphs.
Now, there's like a little glitch right here. See, I'm shooting that egg, and you can hear it ding, 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 ding every time that I'm shooting it, but once it dies, it doesn't disappear like it's supposed to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It does that on this version and on the original NES version. I've really only found one or two changes between the between the original NES version and this version.
I think I want a hug.
And the biggest change that I found so far is actually the last boss has been altered. This guy will get out of control if you do not have the spreader and stand in the right spot. You see those purple drops falling out of his ear? Those will eventually fall and land on the ground at my feet and come after me. So that's why I'm making sure I shoot these, trying to blow up the sides of those ears.
Okay, if this came out before Doom, right?
Yes, this came out before Doom.
That's the Icon of Sin.
Very well could be, couldn't it?
It's the Icon of Sin. He's popping out other enemies. He's a giant skeleton-looking thing. I mean, he could be the Icon of Sin from, what is it, 2? Is it 2 that has Icon?
Yeah, I think it's the second Doom.
I think it's 2. I think there's also one in one of the other ones that we played. Hey!
Alright, we're almost through this. We got one more level to go.
Now everything just turned purple and rainbow in the background. Very bright place to be so evil, but you don't want another weapon.
Nope.
Oh.
I'm keeping this,
They did turn into xenomorphs.
Yeah, see, they look like xenomorphs now.
Well, maybe this was influenced by, Ridley Scott's Alien. Just saying, I mean, it included face huggers.
Yeah, I know the xenomorph has been through some troubled times, but I still am a fan of the xenomorph movies. Even though it seems like a lot of fandoms are going through some troubled times. Poor Star Wars. Hey, Star Trek's going through some troubled times, man. J.J. Abrams did not do the movies justice.
They weren't that bad.
They weren't that bad, but they weren't that great either.
They weren't that bad.
And the original movies were better.
They weren't that bad.
But anyway, we're supposed to be talking about Contra here. Whoa! I almost forgot about that guy. Whatever that is, sticking out of this weird structure here. Is this ground? Is this built? Is that growing out? Is that biomechanical?
I don't know, but
don't know.
But
there's not much story to Contra.
No, but I can look a little bit closer, and there are heads and faces with what look like tubes in the architecture there.
I mean, they really do need to make a Contra movie, but it would just have to be so action-packed from start to finish with not much story.
Oh yes, because the video game...
Alright, I had to make sure I got the flamer there at the end. have to have the flamer.
As I was saying, so far the video game to movie adaptations have been amazing.
The first Silent Hill movie I thought was great. I know that opinion's probably not very popular, but I really enjoyed the first Silent Hill movie, but the Resident Evil movies were garbage.
Yeah, I watched like the first 2 Resident Evil movies and I haven't seen a single one since.
Contra could be made into a really cool movie.
We just recently watched Rampage and that was let down.
Oh yeah, Rampage was definitely a letdown.
Nothing against Dwayne Johnson. He seems like a really nice guy, and his acting isn't terrible, but the movie itself...
As soon as I see that Dwayne Rock Johnson's going to be in something, I'm like, ugh, this is not going to be very good. He never signs up for good movies. I'm a huge Doom fan. Way back in the day when Doom first come out, I refused to ever even go watch the movie because I knew Dwayne Rock Johnson was in it. I knew it was not going to be a very good movie.
I watched it, it's not true to the lore or actually true to the game. Again, why I said video game to movie adaptations are not exactly a great idea.
Oh, I almost missed that jump. I call these Castlevania jumps. Oh my goodness, that guy scared me. I call these Castlevania jumps. Alright, that's it.
Where are these guys even coming from sometimes?
Here we go. In my opinion, this is one of the creepiest bosses that I've ever seen in a game. I've never known what it's called. I've never known what it's supposed to be. But I have always found this to be so eerie. It's something about that lady's face in the center of it. And this is why I got the flamer. It just makes this boss look so easy.
Is there something wrong with the texture? Why does it have no color?
I don't know. See, that boss was in black and white on the original NES, but he also had a different move as well. He would run across the screen, or it would run across the screen.
Well, I mean,
and that's it.
He's in a...
That's it.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, you did without that. We did it. I didn't do crap. I didn't do crap because if I try to play it, we might make you a reel of why I don't play it. I don't know any of these names.
Nope. But we're gonna let the credits roll to give these people credit. And now y'all have seen Contra 2, Super Contra, all the way through, start to finish, and all of the glorious cutscenes.
Wow, I guess they would be considered cutscenes.
Yeah, these were the cutscenes I grew up with as a child. It's kind of short ones. Now, if you've ever played Ninja Gaiden, it had some nice cutscenes for a Nintendo game. It was actually kind of ahead of its time, in my opinion.
Well, see, at least this one doesn't taunt you like Alien Wars does.
Contra 3.
Oh, because if this had no difficulty level whatsoever. However, Contra 3 actually had selectable difficulty levels. However, you got mocked by the game.
Yeah, it would kind of mock you until you to go back and beat it on the next difficulty.
Oh, so this is just the end credits.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 names and then
That's it.
Konami.
That's everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Please hit that thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe. Leave us some comments in the bottom. Let us know what you'd like to see us play, future content on this channel. Anything you just want to say, just say it in the bottom.
Wow, this Konami stayed for a while. But as usual, everyone have a good day as Bill Reiser hovers into the...
distance, I guess?
It's not moving. Anyway, everyone have a good day.